help but go back, and the last time you were down by 13 and had a comeback like that was Game 4 in 2008.
100%.
16 years ago.
Brought back memories.
It was kind of the same kind of situation in one respect, in that the season, while not completely on the line in this instance, felt very similar to what that was when obviously gave you another game. I mean, what do you take out of that fourth quarter performance?
I just talked about the last game, and that it seemed like the group wasn't having fun, and it didn't have an edge to it. And I said to you it was on me, and I think take the basketball away, the fight back, that spirit, the live bench, that's the captains. X and Bruce conversation, my voice, it's time. And I didn't do the pregame. They did. Their job was to make sure everybody was ready to play. And it's one thing when you come out and you storm on top and you're kicking ass and everybody's, I mean, we were taking it pretty good. And they're to me, them and Wollongong, and obviously from the last game, are playing as good or as anybody. So, we've had Wollongong here, we've had a hyped up Adelaide, and now you come back with this one. I was just, again, I'm not into the basketball, the X's and O's right now. That side of it, trying to concentrate on getting better each day, and proud of the guy next to me, proud of the captains, and got contributions through that. We said we're going to, watch Bukwal put some energy there defensively and go with funny lineups now that Kelly's out. Small switching, changed it up, and just proud of him. That's the guy right there. I'll sit and look at the stats.
I'm not coming back here again. I'm going to do that.
X, what was the message heading into this game from you guys, since Gorge sort of gave you and Brucey that accountability to have that pre-game?
Just try to get back to the way we were in the preseason, like having fun, the energy, you know what I mean? Like, especially this time of year, it can kind of be the dark days. Everyone's on holidays, Christmas, New Year's, summertime, and I feel like that kind of got to the group a little bit for the last week or so, and just get back to having fun. It's a new year, enjoy it, enjoy the challenge, and that was the main thing.
How hard has it been over these last, kind of 2 to 3 weeks in dealing with some of these losses, and particularly the Adelaide loss?
It's been tough. I mean, but it's our job. It's basketball at the end of the day. Hasn't been ideal, but I think it's a huge test for our character of our team today. And even today, in the third quarter, I feel like we couldn't get a stop the whole time. And I look up and it was only 13 points. And then I want to give a huge shout out to Tui. I think Tui was great on offense, but Tui on defense today, the way he guarded Derek down low was unbelievable. Watch coming in here and having a plus 15 in 15 minutes, huge. And even Cam to start the game. I think Cam's been tested a lot in the last month or so, all season. And for him to come out there and bring the toughness, bring the agility, he was great for us.
So how gassed were you in the fourth?
Oh gosh, I was gassed, man. I got a bit of a cramp in my calves. I just jump on my toes so much I get weak calves over the time, but a bit of pickle juice and we're all good.
And Coach, I'll come back to you because you had to manage him during the fourth and timeouts, bringing him on and then off. How tricky? How much was that?
When he's real tired at the end, I kind of make sure I don't get his eye.
I've seen that, man.
Over there, and then
doing these ones with you.
It was funny. I just thought too, right at that last bit. Not only did he need a rest, but Walton was, and they were hurting us on the switches and the drops, and bringing Cam in defensively for a possession or two just to change the on-ball coverage while we rested him, I thought was a good option, and he did. It was a different defensive scheme when he was in the game, so I thought it worked. And with the way J.A. was scoring the ball, and you still have Noy out there, we can cover him for that minutes. But it's uncomfortable. I always save my 3 timeouts for the fourth quarter because I have that group that I'm really comfortable with. But tonight, as X said, watch. I was Sobey, Walton, Glover. There's a matchup there for him, and he's crafty offensively. He gets offensive rebounds. He can get on the rim. He brings athleticism to it. So I added another piece to it tonight, and I thought we keep that getting J.A. off the ball, and Bruce was huge. Giving him, or you don't get a fourth quarter out of him like that if you wear him down the whole first half.
It's the biggest fourth quarter comeback in the NBL this season. And the stats say that the Kings have won 6 times now when trailing at three-quarter time. No other club has done it more than twice. You've done it 6 times. So the fans will say, oh, we've got a great comeback team. The critics might say, well, why aren't they playing with that sort of energy and effort at times in the first 3 quarters? What do you say about the comeback Kings in 2025?
The critics, no matter, you come out of this, no matter what you do, it seems, I told you, I call the media thing, not you, but just when you hear what people are saying, it's kind of savage and mean to me. It's getting that element to it, and I've been in it a long time. Some things come back to, I'm talking NBA scouts about Tui as an example. And in the first quarter, you take him out for 2 minutes. He's having a great game against Brisbane, I think it was, here. Adelaide. Was it Adelaide?
Yeah, the last game, yeah.
No, Tui, the game we won.
Yeah.
He had 20 in the first half. What game was that? 20 in the first half. Wasn't that Brisbane?
It was Illawarra.
No, it was Illawarra.
Illawarra.
No, we lost the Illawarra game. We won. We ended up. No, you're right. It was the Illawarra game. So I know it's a bit. I've talked to him about what he did tonight, defending, and you talk the NBA scouts. Hey, he's different. He's not just shooting threes. He's setting on balls. He's carrying the ball. And like X said, he's defending. And when I watch him and I watch Tui, they have a time frame. It's not maintenance, health maintenance. It's they're exhausted. And I say to my assistants, don't have an exhausted body on the floor. So 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, take him out. We're into the second quarter, and we're up about 9 or 10 points. And I look, and there's about 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And I take him out of the game for 2. He's exhausted. Take him out of the game for 2 minutes and bring him back in with 2:35 to go. We lost the game, and afterwards, I guess, because I don't look, but the feedback from me, and again, I'm constantly talking to the NBA about Tui. Do you know they barbecued you about taking him out, and you played him the whole fourth quarter, and he played 36 minutes? So I'm saying to you, there's a lot of way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
And what happened there, I don't protect the lead with my team when we're 10 points up. I don't sub different to, we're up 10, I'm going to protect that. If we're 13 down, I want to have these guys in that fourth quarter. And I thought, these guys were fresh, and I feel like I got a fresh group, and I've got 3 timeouts, and they've got a belief. And now we've kind of built that belief. And when we go into a fourth quarter, I always think we've had a chance.
But so as a player, it must be nice to know that, hey, if we are behind by a little bit, we don't want to be, obviously, but it must breed belief that we're going to catch anyone in this league.
For sure. I mean, especially down the stretch, the game gets a lot tighter. It's a lot more physical. It's a lot slow pace, and that's where we really excel on defense in that end. And then on the other end, just give the ball to Jalen and do his thing. But our confidence throughout the team is never wavered throughout the fourth quarter. Coming into the fourth, we're like, we just had a terrible quarter, and it's still only a 13-point game. Like, we're right here ready to do it. Let's put our foot on their throats.
And the last one for me, that tech foul right on three-quarter time that gave you that sort of, got it back to 12 to start the fourth. It's only a point. It's only a small moment on the score sheet. But is that a big moment in the game, do you feel?
Shout out to Glove for the tech foul. But to be honest with you, I didn't even notice. And the ref came and told me free throws for tech foul. I'm like, why are you telling me? I'm not going to shoot it. But yeah, I just think is that. And then coming out, we always talked about coming out in the fourth quarter and starting with a kill, 3 stops in a row. And that was a big message for us. And we did that and just kept it going. So to keep them to, I don't know what they had in the fourth quarter, that was huge from us.
For the playing group, just from the playing group's perspective, a win like that under those circumstances, what can that do to kind of really boost you emotionally, psychologically, for, as we head into this next stretch? Still got a lot of games at home, which is important.
Yeah, I mean,
the crowd, particularly in that fourth period.
The crowd's been unbelievable all year. I think that's been the most disappointing part for us is like the Adelaide game. The fans don't deserve for us to have that kind of intensity, and that was a terrible viewing. That's on us. Like, I apologise for that. But the fans have been great all year, like unbelievable. I forget the first part of the question.
No, just from a playing group's perspective, getting a win in those circumstances.
Oh yeah, huge. I mean, at this point of the year, the way the ladder's positioned right now, every win is huge. I mean, coming into this stretch is going to be massive. So we can especially trying to get the series against South East, or these kind of things are huge for us right now.
You look at it, honestly, there's not the parity in this. I've been in it a long time. I've never seen it like this. When you look at the schedule and you go, like I said, it's just been Adelaide, and they're a really tough matchup for us. And we had Wollongong, and now you've got this, watching it, and then it's Melbourne.
Brisbane.
And then it's Brisbane at Brisbane. Then it's, but there's not, you don't look at one and say, you've always had that one, well, we got this team at home, you got that one. So the rest of the way tonight, just you're looking at it, you lose, you're out of the 6. You win it, you're in the top 2. It's that, so a win just positionally and staying in it and making the 6 or making the top 2, it's huge because you lose a couple, you're out of the 6. Somebody's going to miss out that is really good.
Good. Xavier mentioned 2 guys. The first one's Tui. What led you to put him on Derek Walton in the 4th quarter and disrupt the ball carrier the way he does with his size and length?
We, coming into the game, we were troubled with the matchups. We were troubled with the matchups, and we knew Tui was going to, and we've kind of worked, he's going to have to guard one of those versatile bigs, and then we're going to have to guard a guard. And that particular group, the matchup, there was no other option. You're not going to put JA on him right there. He was the best matchup. And I did think earlier in the game when he was guarding the guards, he got beat a couple times early, and then he adjusted his gap. And Walton likes those little pull-ups, and he's big, So again, it was feel over the course of the game, and the matchup right from the start was who do you put on him and who do you put on Sobey. The matchup, we just kept moving around. Watch helped us, and then down the stretch, like you said, it was just a feel from what had gone on in the earlier quarters that he'd adjusted his gap and it was affecting his shot.
What did you make of Cam tonight? He obviously started the game. Seemed like the intensity was there, and it seemed like he played 17 minutes. But that didn't feel like you're not getting the job done. It seemed like a strategy thing from you trying to go small. What did you think of Cam tonight, and is there some growth that you're seeing?
Definitely one of his better games, and we were going to go anytime they had Jody on, we were going to put him on as that matchup and Spurge as a backup. When Jody was off the floor, Jordy. Sorry, I know you're giving me. It's like I'm horrible.
Be good.
Jordy, who I love, is a wonderful guy. Sorry about that.
Sorry,
and then Spurge is the backup, and then when he's off, and they went small a lot tonight. And then, so Cam was really important. And I said this, if he doesn't come, if it doesn't work, there's never been a plan, we're going to move on that. We're going to we've got to make this work. And for us to be good, we need him. And it's become even more now with the Kelly situation. So we still got the other option, and Spurgeon's a pretty good player. But as you said, it was a breath of fresh air tonight. It probably helped his confidence getting to start, and I love the fact that he got involved in the game early, and he got involved on the right way. It wasn't from the 3-point line. He rebounded. He got around the basket. So it was a real positive for him tonight, and important for us.
Just on John at halftime, went 0-6 in that first half and, wasn't getting a lot of calls, that sort of thing. Was anything said at halftime to him to, spark that second half or, keep his mindset to attack?
I got to say, in all honesty, one of the least guys during a game I've ever communicated with. He's got, we kind of talk about before the game, and I've talked to him about early in the game, I'll give you rest now and play Bruce so you don't pace yourself the whole game. But in general, he's been much better in the second half. And we've talked a lot, not about the second half, about the impact in the first half, and I tried to show him tonight because I've said it and I haven't done it. But I played Bruce tonight, started Bruce tonight, and got him off the ball. And discussion during the game. We kind of have a conversation before the game or leading into the game, and then I leave him be.
I think in the start of the game, though, they were really hard hedging on his on-balls, like getting the ball out of his hands and then going into the short roll. And then towards the end of the game, we figured out to get to the middle and twist it because they're trying to force him left, and they got him some space. And Jalen's the best on-ball user in the league. So once we get him space, and he's going to take over the game.
Here on the Zoom.
one more quick one for me, boys, before you go. Summer shootout starts Saturday night. You're one of the first teams involved. What do you expect from the opposition, Brisbane, who you've nominated as the poor saps you're going to put the biggest score on during the month of January on the road?
I'm just trying, honestly, I, as a coach, and I'm sure the others, no one wants to do that. No one wants to just fight. That wasn't, I just, what are the
Excited
two
for a
games you
win.
can pick?
Excited
Which
for
is
a
the
win.
first one? Here you go, that's it. We're just trying to win and make these playoffs. I'm not trying to send a message at all.
How much does the players get though if we win that?
50K.
50K?
I'm half bulk over the club.
Transition the whole game. I might start shooting threes. You good? Thanks, guys.
It was 142.